to date with me on everything, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. It's at Joshwrb, and hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you're new, because that's the best way to stay up to date with all my videos right when they come out. Oh, hey guys, what's up? It's Joshwrb here, bringing you a brand new review. Today, talking to you guys about, it's another Wolfcop movie. If you haven't heard of Wolfcop, well, do yourself a favor and watch that freaking movie right now. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. If it's not, find it and watch it, because Wolfcop came out of nowhere and blew my mind. The fact that Canadians are making amazing universes like this. I love B horror movies. They're like my favorite genre of horror movie. It's just, especially being from Canada, obviously. I did love seeing Astron 6 dudes in this movie as well, because I have a poster of The Editor right beside me. I love cheesy, terrible, on-purpose horror movies, and this one definitely goes more down that road than the first one did. The first one felt more like a real movie, and it was done really well, and it seemed like they took the first one a little more seriously than they took this one, and this one definitely goes down more the road of like an Astron 6 style movie. It didn't feel as cinematic at times. It felt more I don't know, it was weird, because the first movie, like I said, it felt more cinematic, and this one, there was a lot of shots that seemed a lot more amateur feeling, but that's the only downfall I saw to this movie. Everything else was amazing. This was so funny. It was 10 times funnier than the first one, because, and I almost like that they took it and went more in the Astron 6, more fun, like throw out any expectations you have of this movie, because the writing is hilarious. The characters and their motivations are hilarious. And it's funny to see cameos from people like Kevin Smith in this one, because Kevin Smith isn't Canadian, but he is super obsessed with Canada and everything we have to offer. It was so funny to see him as that character. He did such a good job, actually. Every line that Kevin Smith says in this movie is perfect. So if you don't know about Wolfcop, he is a werewolf who's also a cop in Saskatchewan. And this movie is so perfectly Canadian. So if you don't know, I'm a huge fan of this franchise, and they had this contest on their Facebook page to create a poster with and replace someone's head with Wolfcop's head. So I did up this poster right here of Friends with Benefits and whipped his face on it. And I ended up winning the contest, and they're sending me an action figure or something in the mail. So I will definitely show you guys as soon as I get that. I'll do an unboxing or something on the channel, but I can't wait for that to come, because yes, this is a sequel. Sequels are usually never better than the first one, and like in a lot of ways this was a lot more fun than the first one. I loved all the death scenes in this, of which there are a lot of, and I love the gags. That's what these movies really are. It's just like a setup to the next eventual gag of someone getting killed and how they're gonna get killed, and they really they got creative with how they killed people in this. I loved the introduction of the moon rock. I thought that was a perfect way. It's just so perfect, thinking about a guy snorting what looks to be cocaine to make him turn into a werewolf. So perfect. The introduction of the werewolf cat, perfect. Like, this movie is, it's not a perfect movie by any means, but to me, in this concept and this universe, I can't wait to see the third movie. It ends saying that he will return, and I'm so happy that they're going to continue to make more of these. Obviously, he's found something that works with this. I hope the third one goes back to being a little more cinematic and not just there for the laughs like this one is. Like, this is so funny. I don't think I laughed half as much in the first one as I did this, but I had so much fun watching this movie. This movie is definitely made for the fans of the first one. I don't think they made it for anyone else, and I don't think they should. This is exactly what I wanted out of it, and this movie definitely reminds me of a lot of Goon as well. It would have been cool if they could have got like Jay Baruchel to make a cameo of some sort in this movie and to try and tie those two universes together a little more, that would have been amazing to me, because I love Goon. That whole franchise and universe is amazing. And then they introduce hockey into this as well, and it felt a lot like Goon meets Wolfcop, and it was amazing. I had so much fun watching this movie. I highly recommend this if you are a fan of cheesy horror movies. Like, I loved this movie. I had so much fun, like I said, watching this. I loved Wolfcop. I loved Another Wolfcop, and I cannot wait for whatever they call the third one. I will be there opening day like I was for this. I'm a huge fan. I don't want to spoil anything. There's so much ridiculousness that goes on in this movie that I can't even tell you half of the stuff that goes on in this movie, because it's so over the top ridiculous, and you'll be laughing your ass off watching this movie. Definitely go and see this one. I'm giving it 6 out of 6 bottles. Go and check it out, guys. It's too fun. Like, when it comes to B horror movies, the rating system for normal movies goes out the window, because this isn't a normal movie. I can't review it like a normal movie because it is part of a subgenre that gets a completely different rating system for me. And for B horror movies, this has absolutely everything I wanted to see and more in it. It is freaking perfect. Like, if you're gonna go over the top, go over the top, and they did. It definitely doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's just a fun time had by all. The whole theater was cheering at the end of this movie, because that was the crowd that it is made for. People were in makeup, like werewolf makeup. There was other people wearing werewolf shirts and stuff. Like, this is just super fun for the subgenre fans like we are. And I just thank you guys for making this movie. See it, guys. It is so fun. If you don't like B horror movies, you're not gonna understand all the craziness that happens in this. It's so freaking fun. So that's all I got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to click this video you see on the screen. You might actually like it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Have a nice day, guys.